Hello everybody, welcome back to more Legend of the Blue Blur, where we play through every single Sonic game in chronological order of their release. Last time, a few months ago, I did a single part of Sonic Pinball Party, and before I go over anything else, I think I need to describe that first. So, the very first stage of the game, I tried to record it several times. You wanna know what the problem is? I suck! No, really? Well, okay, there's a little bit more to it than that. So basically, first stage requires 10 million points. It took me about an hour playing the game to get a million. Probably if I was better at pinball, I could do it faster, but it's pinball. And I will openly admit that I've never been particularly great at pinball. So, yeah. And that's why Legend of Blue Blur died for several months, because I would try it once in a while and then say, but do I really want to go back to playing more pinball? And I know it's going to be an endurance test because it took me an hour just to get 1 million, and they want 10 million for the first stage. Apparently there's 4 of them with different characters, so there's 12 in total, and I'm basically putting in the same limbo that Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is right now, which is, it's not entirely ditched, but I'm not going to really worry about it until I've caught up with every other game in the series. Although, I don't really have that luxury for Sonic Heroes because it's a main title game. Okay, hope y'all enjoyed that little cinematic there. And, I can actually skip this now, or, yeah. I don't have any data, so I've got to create something. I'm going to show off everything in here first. The extras are actually the vibration. I don't think it's going to work. I'm probably better off leaving it off. Language, game data, it literally just said I had none, so that's all there is. And then theater and audio, I have not started the game, so there's nothing in here. As for how I'm planning on tackling this game for now, like everything else in the series, I'm going to go for 100%. Which means I'm going to get all the emblems, and I'm going to go through super hard mode. I'm going to get every emblem with an A rank, and I'm going to hate myself while doing it. As for what to do with cards, I'm not going to bother with the tutorial because what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Team Rose, and they get a tutorial on default. But maybe I'll do the tutorial once I start with Team Sonic. It'll be redundant, but because you're technically doing the tutorial as Team Sonic, I just don't want to have 2 in back-to-back. And the game clearly intends for you to go through the Team Rose first, which is really weird, but it does. I've been ignoring that little prompt for a while, haven't I? The thing there in the upper right. What is Y? Is that... Okay, it's this one. I'm playing the PC version, so I have to be sure. So that button, he tells you all these things. Thanks so much. Yeah, he was a leftover from Sonic Adventure 2, and he actually lingers for a while. You saw in that one video, he was in Pinball Party as well. He's in Shadow the Hedgehog as a joke of sorts. It's in Sonic Riders. It's in Sonic Generations. Oh, the home chat doesn't work there.
You can change various settings.
I thought he would say, "Oh, you want to quit?"
You can listen to music or watch movies. This is 2P battle mode.
I'll probably end up showing this off the same way I did SA2s, where I just play online with Cyber or somebody.
This is single player mode.
If you don't mind watching me get completely destroyed, which is gonna happen if it's him, because he speedruns the game, guys. I have no chance. Does Omich have anything to say about these 4?
Team Sonic features high-speed gameplay and intense team action. Team Dark stages are more difficult and recommended for the intermediate players.
Intermediate, huh?
Team Rose is recommended for those who are new to action games. Team Chaotix offers a very unique mission-based style of gameplay.
Okay, so first off, Omanchow is kind of lying here. because you have to do all 4 of these no matter what. If you want to get the final ending, you have to beat all 4 of them. And I find it really weird they say dark is intermediate. Like, is that a mistranslation? Like, is somebody confirm that? That seems so strange. Like, shouldn't Sonic be intermediate and the dark be hard? The Rose is definitely the easy mode, though. I'm gonna start with them. Okay. What is going on, Big's hand?
I wonder where Sonic is. Oh no! Amy, please be more careful with our only clue. You're right. I'm sorry. Nice catch, Big. Chocolate. Hey, you guys, cheer up. You know we'll find them. No time to waste just standing here. Come on, let's get going. Okay.
Alright, so Team Rose, for some reason, Big and Cream are now working with Amy.
Practice different types of actions. Listen to me carefully, and you will learn a lot. Okay, are you ready to start?
Yeah, Omochao's not gonna give me a lot of chances to talk. I was gonna say I might skip through. I was like, nah, I'll let Omochao do his thing this time through, but when I'm going through it again for the tutorial mode, because it's literally the exact same thing, I'm just gonna skip it then. I think that's a decent medium.
First, I'll explain the formation. Each formation is different depending on who the leader is. Press the Y
Jeez!
button or the B button to
What are you
change
doing
the
to Cream?
different formations.
Ow, that looks a little painful.
Do you see the blue, yellow, and red symbols in the top right corner of the screen? The blue symbol means the leader is speed type. The yellow symbol means the leader is fly type. The red symbol means leader is power type. The character symbol at the bottom indicates the current leader.
Yep.
I'll tell you about the formation signals. These signals tell you which formation is most effective from that point. When the signal is blue, speed type leader is recommended. When the signal is red, power type leader is recommended.
Yeah, but basically, are you gonna let me talk now? Are you?
This is the formation change gate. The leader automatically changes when you go through this gate.
Yep. You're gonna see a lot of these for a bit.
Here we go.
That's all there is to those. Honestly, they're really pointless. Especially because 9 times out of 10, you're just gonna end up hitting a button to switch back anyway. Like, look, I just hit the button as soon as I went through it anyway. Completely nullified it.
You're in speed formation when the character in the blue symbol is the leader. This formation features really fast speed. Let's try it by changing the leader to the character in the blue symbol.
Yep, I already did that. I don't know if it's still on my channel. If it is, I haven't played through the game. Sonic Heroes, like, no commentary or anything, and the quality is coming out of the toaster, so I wouldn't really recommend it nowadays. But if you have seen it, I spend like 99% of this game in speed formation. You're probably gonna notice. Oh, poor Big. That's why I was kind of giving the change gates a hard time. It's because I just have a much better time with speed than I do with the other 2 formations.
Now, let's talk about rings.
Oh boy.
Things lined up here are what we
I
call
just noticed the ring in the HUD is different than the rings in the stage. I never noticed that until now.
So don't forget to pick up rings.
I'm sorry, I keep cutting off Omochao. I'm trying to be quiet, but he's not giving me chances to talk.
These are the bad guys. Let's get them. Let's try attacking them using a homing attack. Since homing attack automatically targets the enemies for you, it's really easy to attack them. Alright?
Yep. Played a Sonic game before, basically.
Good job! The homing attack also automatically targets springs and item boxes too. Use
Now watch as I conveniently don't do that. Amy can hover for a little bit by holding the jump button.
Next, let me explain Rocket Excel to you. It's way cool! Rocket Excel is an attack where you use your teammates to bounce off of to accelerate. It's a little bit complicated, so listen carefully. Press the X button to bring everyone together. Once everyone is together, let go of the X button. That's how to attack using Rocket Excel. If you let the X button go before everyone is together, you'll do a completely different attack. So be careful. Now, let's try it.
Okay, so that's the attack that happens when you do before they're all together. And I know, I did that on purpose. So I just funny, like, if you have been following me on social media for the last month or so, yes, I actually ended up buying that Froggy merch for Team Sonic Racing. I'm actually wearing the hat right now as a joke because I knew I was going to be playing Team Rose for this.
Now, let's talk about the
But I feel like I need to get the spirit, you know? It's important. The shirt is in my closet. I should have grabbed it if I was thinking about it.
Power core increases the speed type character's level. A yellow power core increases the fly type character's level. And a red power core increases the power type character's level.
So, they say level. It's a little more complicated than that. I'll probably explain that at a later time, though. Because it's not really worth going over in the tutorial.
I'll do my best. Here we go. Alright. Sometimes you can even get let's destroy those
Oh, oops.
guys and get the power core.
Didn't mean to do
Check
that.
to see which attacks have been leveled up later. Next, I'll explain the fly formation to you. First, change the leader to the character in the yellow symbol. When the character in the yellow symbol is the leader, you're in fly formation. This formation allows you to fly.
Yeah.
Press the A button again while jumping.
Oh my
towards
God,
end.
stop!
Now you can reach high places. Let's try flying off that cliff now.
He's already 10 times worse than he ever was in SA2. Like, the stuff in the HUD was my own fault, fine, but
Make sure to keep an eye on the gauge in the top right corner of the screen when flying.
I know I can skip.
When the gauge is
That's why I'm not being
empty,
super
you'll fly.
mean.
Pay attention to the gauge and try flying over there.
Still more than I ever had to worry about in SA2, considering you can dodge most of those.
Next, I'll explain Thundershoot to you. Try Thundershoot by pressing the X button while in fly formation. This lets you shoot your teammates at the enemies like balls. Thundershoot comes in handy when you want to shock your opponents or when you need to aim for high places. Okay, now let's try destroying all of those enemies over there.
You had to stop me for that. Why?
Here we go.
I'm just gonna use Amy's faster. Yeah, I'm just like, fly formation is the type I use the least by a mile. So, if I look a little rusty on this, that's why.
Now explain the last formation called the power formation. The power formation is useful to crush the enemies and rocks with powerful attacks. First, change the leader to the character in the red symbol. Try pressing the X button and destroy those big rocks and containers over there.
I guess the definition of the word rock changed in the few months that it's been since I played the Pinball Party. My mistake. Oh well.
Wow, you're a quick learner. Excellent. Okay, now let's try destroying all of those enemies over there.
Oh, accidentally using a combo, don't want to do that. There we go.
You may have already noticed this, but if you press the X button at the right time while in the power formation, you'll do all sorts of combo attacks. Press the X button.
That is a blatant lie.
To do a special attack. You want to try some more?
Okay, so that wasn't a total lie. There is combo attacks, obviously, because I accidentally did them before. It said all sorts. Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with that. Combo attacks just has to do with your level. if you're 0, 1, 2, or 3. You'll have a better combo if you have higher level. That's it. Most times it's kind of useless. Because it has limited range. Big is national treasure. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. Never do that. I can't talk. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. Team Rose's Team Blast is kind of disgustingly overpowered, so I'm going to be using it regularly even if there's no enemies around. Team Rose in general is just disgustingly overpowered. They did that on purpose, because it's supposed to be easy mode. Thankfully, there's no ranks in this stage, or I'd be in serious trouble. It took me almost 10 minutes because the timer for some reason doesn't stop when Omichow's talking. Alright, looks like we're finally actually moving on to the real stage 1. Alright, so I wanted to talk about this before. Oops. Okay, but I can't go blame it. It sounded like I was trying to do something else this time. No. I'm just bad now. Thankfully, Omichow is not an issue anymore, really. But thanks for the advice, Kareem. Apparently I'm a little rusty. Oh well. Team Rose's A ranks are extremely liberal. I'm not worried about that yet. Enemies, not really a big deal. These keys are different depending on if you're in Act 1 or 2 zone, because there's 7 zones, 2 acts for each and a boss. They go with more of a classic style format for this game, basically. Depending on if you're in Act 1 or Act 2. Act 1 is kind of pointless. It's a special stage, but it's only really for rings and lives. I told you I was going to be using these all the time because it's disgustingly broken. It gives you a free level up. It gives invincibility and a shield. Because every team has a special thing attached to it, but Team Rose is by far the best. Right, so the first thing I keep talking about, so what I was going to do is I was going to do a zone per part, but for Team Rose, I'm probably going to do 2 instead, with the exception of this first one, because Seagate kind of wasted my time.
Try lighting up the 3 lights on the wide screen to get the item.
Even hint items kind of have a little bit of explaining, but it's not worth going over too much. Basically, whoever you're not playing as will respond. So if you're playing as Big, either Amy or Cream will respond, for instance. I'm not sure if there's a way to force these two.
Wow, there's a lot of them.
Oh, we got a Team Blast! Well, okay! At least now it knows to freeze the timer. But depending on what level you are, also increases your... It also increases your rank, points, all that, so it's good. At level 2 fly, you can actually attack him directly with Thunder Shoot, so it's really good. Self key, right? Yes, I do. Okay. Sorry, talking to myself a little bit, but like I was saying before, I'm gonna do for most teams, I'm gonna do zone apart. For Team Rose, I'm gonna do 2 because their stages are shorter, with the exception of this part because Seagate took so long. There we go. They're all maxed out. So Team Blast is kind of pointless for me now. Big, where are you? You betrayed me, Big! No! I was paying attention to the score. I don't remember off the top of my head if those balls actually still give you anything once everyone's already at level 3. Trying to get it to land. There. I don't have to jump on that twice.
Here we go! Here we go!
Nope.
Here we go!
Right, almost at the end because Team Rose is short. But they get. I can't emphasize that enough. They're really short stages.
Here we go!
Oh. Yeah, this is like the halfway point, I think, of normal teams. Okay, maybe more like 2/3 point. I don't want to exaggerate too much. But it's got a considerable amount after this. I have no idea if I got an A rank though. I didn't die, which is good, but anything over 50k should basically be immediate A rank. And since I kept the key, I should be good for the special stage. They're not really good for anything except for extra lives. I'll probably still go for them all because why not? But Act 2 are the ones that are actually important. Because in Act 2 you can go for a Chaos Emerald. Yeah, we're going full classic for this.
Here we go!
Pretty obvious looking at this, but yeah, the background is just there to confuse you. Well, you want to just grab as many of these as possible. I'm not certain about this, but I'm pretty sure that the higher your gauge is, the faster you run. Which is why I wasn't boosting all the time. I'm not 100% certain. I'll try to figure that out with it. Whoa, what the? Oh, yeah, this happens sometimes. Welcome to Sonic Heroes. But the controls are better on the ceiling than they are on the ground. They're inverted, but actually moves the way you would expect. It's weird. It's that way in every version of the game. Although PC and PS2 seem to have it worse. And I'm on PC, so... Just hopefully that jank won't get in the way of the act. Again, Act 1, I don't really care. It doesn't matter. We gotta pass the cheese and cola part, so... Ah! I missed it!
Alright!
There we go. End of stage. We just got one more stage and a boss to go for this part. Oop, they gave us the 3. I think 3 lives is the most it'll give you here, so. Did as good as we reasonably could.
Wow! What a beautiful white palette! And it's nice and spicy!
Soggy.
Aw. Just making a point to go through all those because, you know, you actually have characters voicing them off instead of Omochao, which means I guess Omochao's a character by definition. But he's Omochao! I feel like the nice thing I can ever say about Omochao is that he's a really good weapon in Shadow the Hedgehog. And that's a joke weapon.
Don't look too good. We better watch out.
Yeah, they want you to use your hover ability, which surprisingly they never make you do in the tutorial. Because that is a basic feature.
Oh, goody.
Or fly for that matter, fly formation. It's really weird. Yeah, those are just the jump and jump again actions. I don't anything special, like homing attack is for speed, and hovering is for power as I showed off earlier, and then flying is just like that. Yeah, that'll engage there underneath the icon. When it goes out, then you fall like a rock. Not that particularly special, but it's... I mean, come on, they felt the need to stop us at every corner they could. So So for normal teams right there, you could wall jump, but Team Rose doesn't have the ability to wall jump. It's one of the few attempts at balancing this team they actually made. Oh, team balance. Gotta get those level ups. They're important. Also, I'm pretty sure there's a checkpoint there from the other teams. Oh, and a body slam, which I always forget that exists. It's functional. Outside the first few zones, it's not all that useful though. Because that's when enemies start getting shields and... I never use it at least.
Ooh.
Actually, I think we're almost at the end of the stage, because Team Rose. I love Fate so much. Like, even if it started as the meme, it's genuine love at this point. Don't get in my way! Don't try to stop me! Someone missed. Oh. Okay. I was talking to a tutorial how I used the speed formation the most, but this far it seems like I mostly use Big, but the power of Froggy compels me, I guess. Controls were locked for a second. Almost at the end. The gold ring's right here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Here. Just to get Cream's level up. What the... There we go! I didn't know you could go through gold rings until today! That's how little I use flight formation! 48,000.
Kinda super duper happy!
I love this! You make it all worth it, Big. Alright, just gonna show up the boss and we'll be good. Well, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, I only just noticed I didn't get a key. I think there's two of them in that stage too. There was one in that wall jump area that I couldn't access, but there were some other ways to get over it. And the other would have been the turtles that were jumping out there at the end. Oh well, not a big deal. It's the first one, so I can get those easy enough in the other stages. Because I have to go through them several times.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, this isn't a particularly difficult boss, guys. Just go into power formation and mash the attack button. Yeah, very difficult boss, as you can see. Requires all of your functioning brain cells to complete.
That was a huge birdie.
I love you, Big. Alright, so there's a first cutscene at the beginning of every zone in this game. So, watch through that. And then after that, we will move on. And actually, no, we won't move on to anything. We'll just quit the part, and then next time, I'll move on to Grand Metropolis. And Casino area, which is the third zone.
Sure Mr. Sonic is here? No doubt about it. My heart is never wrong. Then it must be so.
Alright, there we go. I said there were 4 cinematics, but I didn't say anything about them being long. So, thank you all for watching. Next time we'll be showing off this level and the casino level I mentioned before. Just watching, and goodbye.